It's just over a week the start of the Ashes, and the excitement has reached fever pitch. But it wouldn't be an Ashes series without the war of words, and it's certainly getting started. Aussie media have targeted Captain Ben Stokes and Joe Root, but bizarrely it's the English who have been squabbling amongst themselves. Michael Vaughan, who led England to the famous 2005 Ashes win, former captain Graham Gooch, who we're going to talk to around 9:15, and legendary all-rounder Lord Botham have been among those to question England's preparation for the first Ashes test next week. Now, what is wrong with that, I ask? Ben Stokes has defended the decision to have a solitary warm-up match in an in-house game against England Lions, saying, "We can't prepare how the has-beens may be prepared." Has-beens.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Ben, steady. Vaughan hit back at Stokes, claiming he must respect the views of former players. Don't forget, tune into a brand new show, How to Win the Ashes, on the talkSPORT Cricket YouTube channel this week. Legendary England fast bowler Darren Gough is joined by Ashes winning wicketkeeper Matt Pryor and Wisden editor Lawrence Booth to discuss the role of the Aussie media. We spoke to one yesterday who said it's going to be a whitewash. So let's get more on this and cross over to former England fast bowler Darren Gough. Goughy! Morning, Goughy!
Good morning, Goughy.
Morning, lads. What a beautiful morning it is. Sat here in the car park at Berkshire Golf Club, just about to take on the red course. Cannot wait.
Lovely, Goughy. Now, Goughy, this storm's brewing. I spoke to an Aussie journalist who said, nothing's going to change. We're going to win 5-0. But he did bring up the warm-up game. The location was down by the Swan River. He said it's a totally different pitch wicket compared to what England will face at the Wacker. Now, I accept that. I'm thinking, well, he's got a point there. But then I read Ben, who I love to bits, talking about has-beens, Goughy. Now, that's too strong. Why is he coming out with this?
Well, he's a strong personality and he's getting annoyed and he's defending what he's doing. Look, the way England play, it's brilliant. I enjoy watching it. But I think there's got to be a bit of intelligence going to your play as well. And if we're going to win the Ashes, we have to show we've got sport intelligence during in-game management. And if we're going to win the Ashes, we're going to have to prove that. Now, you can question this warm-up game, and it'll only be answered on how England perform
in the first test.
You know what I mean? In the first test. If they win it, you can say stick it where the sun don't shine, can't it, to everyone? But it is totally different. Lilac-Hill, I've played there on 2 occasions. The wicket is slow, it's flat. And then it's totally different to the old Wacker and the new stadium which they've got now, which is probably even quicker. There's no way that test match is going to last 5 days. You could play a 10-day match at Lilac-Hill and it still won't make a difference. So you can question it. And listen, that's what the media are there to do, ex-players get asked to do interviews. And they've all got a view. They've all been in that situation that Ben Stokes is in. But it'll all come down to the result in the first test. England win it, and he can tell it, like I say, he can say what he wants.
Goughy, one warm-up game, is that enough? Is it because they've played so much cricket over the past few months? Is that enough, one game?
No, it's not enough. It's not enough, Al. The schedule is nuts. The guys have been playing 50-over cricket in New Zealand. They've gone over to Australia and playing one warm-up game. Of course, it's not enough. But back in our day, for the has-beens, we probably played too much. We played 5 warm-up games, right? And the stupid thing is, they used to put us where they wanted. We went from Tasmania, Al. You've been over to Australia. We played a warm-up game in Tasmania. And then they threw us straight into the Brisbane, where it was humid and obviously very hard work. So England have been stronger in where they want to play and where they want to go, but I don't think one game is enough, especially against each other. We've all been professional sports players, right? And we know that you need to get in-game fitness. And when you're playing in a proper game against proper opposition for something like first class, and it goes on your stats, you actually do go a little bit harder. When you're playing in a training game against lads you've known for 5, 10, 15 years, you ain't going to do it. It's not going to be the same intensity. It's not the same.
No. Goughy, what about Mark Wood? He's getting his hamstring assessed. How important is he for the team?
Well, he is important, but we all know he's not played since February. And again, one warm-up game, is that enough for him? Straight away, going into a warm-up game, pulled his hamstring, could have pulled his hamstring. Let's hope not, because I've said this before. If he can play in 2 of the test matches, I'll be happy. We all know he's just got that physique. He's in his 30s now. He's not playing much. And when you're not playing, I'm not saying playing every day, but when you're not playing on a regular basis, it becomes harder and harder as a fast bowler. And 2 test matches will be perfect. We need to get him to play at Perth. That's the pitch that really has got some serious pace.
Yeah.
And it won't be a 5-day test. So it's ideal for him to play. But he's got to be fit, and he hasn't played in a game since last February?
Goughy, I think England played with 4 seamers. Do you think they'll start with 4 seamers in Perth?
I think they will, because Ben Stokes, again, is another one coming back from injury. So it could be Wood, Archer. I mentioned that to you last time I came in, didn't I? But Cass and probably Gus Atkinson. But they're talking about Josh Tong as well. He's got pace. He knocks the tail over. So they could go with 4 and Ben Stokes as a 5th seamer. That's the option. The other option is to play. 3 seamers, Ben Stokes your 4th seamer, and then Jacob Bethel at 7. Just packs their batting. And the last option is to play Will Jacks, who's a spinning all-rounder, and bat him at 7. And then 3 seamers, obviously, and Ben Stokes. So it'd be interesting where they go.
Goughy, yesterday I spoke to that old dingo of a journalist from Australia. He says it's going to be a whitewash. What about, you've got a new show out, How to Win the Ashes. Tell us a bit about it.
Well, yeah, Malcolm Combon, he's awesome. They work together, these guys. They work together. Soon as England turn up, I think the story's on it. I mean, I called an ex-Aussie player a doll's head yesterday, didn't I? Because he come out and said, but Joe Root hadn't got the technique to be successful in Australia. I mean, it's ridiculous. Averages 52 in Test cricket, and he ain't got a technique. But look, it's the way they start. I've got this show, 10 podcasts, How to Win the Ashes. I played in 4 Ashes series, went to 5, didn't win any of them. So I'm ringing up my contacts and trying to find a way that this England team can win the Ashes. And we're going to start with handling the Aussie media and the English media, you know. And Ben Stokes is already at it. He's reacted. He's come back and called them has-beens. It don't bother me at all. He could call me an has-been. I have been. I've been retired 20 years. I'm not bothered. But some people take it personally. But it's one of the biggest things you need to do, especially when you go to Australia. As soon as you step off that plane, they're going to go at you massive. But I'll tell you one thing the Aussie media do. If things don't go their way in that first 2 test matches, they soon turn. Oh, they turn on them. Oh, absolutely, mate. They'll turn like mad. We know their upbringing. They know where they come from. And they will turn, mate. It's in their blood.